You know, Isabella, looking at the moon from the ground, it's always captivated me. It's a symbol of what is out there, what we strive to explore, you know, the unknown and discovering new things. I can tell you that from orbit, it takes on an even more significant meaning. The perspective that you get looking out the window, being able to see the Earth below you and then the moon in the distance all at the same time, and feeling like you are off of the planet and on our way along that journey of discovery, it carries even more significance now. Over. Yes, Megan, it was an amazing feeling. Actually, you know, we didn't step in, we floated into the station, and so it was one of the first few minutes I had of being out of my seat and floating in microgravity. And it was a sense of accomplishment. It was a sense of gratitude for all the people that make being up here possible. It's not an easy journey, and you may be familiar with my journey and our aborted launch that happened 6 months before. But like most things in life that are truly worthwhile, it's worth all of the commitment and hard work. Over. Gabrielle, life on the ISS is truly amazing. One of the significant challenges of being up here is being away from loved ones, family and friends, and all the people that you have to leave back on Earth. My experience in the Air Force doing deployments has taught me that, you know, for me, 4 to 6 months is the right amount of time that you can be away from the family, and it makes coming back home and reintegrating with your family an easier process. When you start to spend longer periods of time away from family and friends, then it requires a lot more effort, and we have to pay special attention to that in terms of reintegrating post-mission. Over. One-word answer, absolutely. You know, that's why we're up here, is to explore, and we want to continue to push deeper into the mysteries of the universe. So, you know, now we're testing out systems on board the International Space Station that are going to help us go back to the moon. That's part of the Artemis program. And once we get to the moon, we're going to learn things there that are going to help us get to Mars. And so that's the ultimate objective, putting people on Mars. Over. Samantha, the view from space definitely changes your perspective on where you fit into the cosmos. When you look down at the ground, you can see that, you know, the Earth is gigantic, and we're a small part of it. But you can also see that the Earth is teeming with life. It's alive. It's everything around us. We're part of that one amazing place that's living and breathing. And so I see our place more connected with Earth than I ever have before. And it makes me realize that we need to be great stewards of our planet. Over. It's a funny question, because this morning I was just thinking about what it felt like to walk at my house. We have wood flooring, and the feeling of the cold wood flooring on my bare feet is something that I haven't felt in almost 6 months. And I was just remembering that this morning, what that would feel like, and looking forward to, with anticipation, what it would feel like once I land in a month or so. Over. I expect to see lots of changes. You know, we're involving commercial partners more and more, and that's allowing more and more people to get involved with the idea of living and working in space. Right now, the space station, it's governments that are launching vehicles to the space station, and soon it's going to be commercial crews launching out of Florida, providing crews to the space station. And that commercialization is going to just broaden the number and opportunities available for people to be involved. Over. Yes, I can say that without doubt. Everyone, if there is one thing that I wish I could make possible, it would be for everybody to see what I can see from up here, that perspective, to be able to look at where we fit into the universe and just how miraculous our little island that we call Earth is, and what we need to do to take care of it. If I could share that with everyone, I would. So the more people that we can get into space, the better we're going to be as a race. So space, what's it sound like? When I'm looking out the cupola, it's pretty quiet, and I can hear the hum of the space station, all the fans and ventilation, all the motors and pumps working, and it's like a low rumble that just goes as we coast through the vacuum of space. When I do a spacewalk and I'm in my own spacesuit, there's almost no sound, and I just hear the whirring motor of my ventilation moving air around inside my spacesuit. So space is a quiet place, and it's a great place to reflect. Over. You know, I look out the window for many reasons, and that's one of them. We're up here trying to answer some of those really big questions in life, like where did life come from, and is there life elsewhere? So we're up here looking for extraterrestrial life. We're probing the universe, trying to find out if there's anyone else out there. Over. Indeed. Living without having to carry your own body weight has a lot of effects on you. So just to run through a bunch of them really quick. I lose bone mass because my bones don't have to support my weight. My muscle will go down as well. I end up growing, so my spine stretches a couple of inches. All of these things change. The fluid inside my body, my blood and my blood pressure, the distribution throughout my body is different. So I have higher pressure in my head than I normally would on the ground, and that causes other physiological changes. So living in microgravity, our bodies have to adapt. And then we also do some things to try to counteract that. So we work out every day lifting weights and either riding a bike or running on a treadmill for 2 to 2.5 hours in order to counteract those negative effects. Over. Natalie, I love to look out the window to appreciate the Earth below. I like to spend time with my friends on board the space station, my crewmates. One of the most miraculous aspects of the International Space Station is that we have an international crew, and getting to know people from other countries and to understand their cultures and their customs, and to spend time with them and get to know them as individuals and human beings, and just really appreciate them. It's a special time up here when we can gather around the dinner table and share stories and laugh and enjoy each other's company. Over. Keep being curious, keep asking great questions, and I wish you all the best. Over.